Hello and welcome to my first guide video, I guess you want to call it, for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I'm going to be showing 3 fights against a 6-star Profundity, and then my one singular fight that I have recorded against a 7-star Profundity, and how to best counter it with the Executor. Now this first fight is the shortest one out of the 3 6-star ones, and I'll walk you through what I do once we get going. Alright, so wait for them to do their stupid cleanse or whatever that was. I don't remember which move that is, honestly. Okay, now you need to cleanse off the debuffs on Razor Crest and focus down the Y-Wing, because if you don't focus down the Y-Wing, I think it is, you can keep cleansing off the debuffs the rebels have, if I remember correctly, and they'll always end up getting more ships in before you because of the Phantom 2. And the first reinforcement you should always call in is the Imperial TIE Bomber. Why? Because you need to get burn on the rebels so that way they can't assist and do anything stupid. And there we go. Once Y-Wing is down, you need to go for the Outrider, because the Outrider and to some small extent the Millennium Falcon are the damage dealers of the team. And once the Outrider's gone, you can either go for the Millennium Falcon, the Phoenix 2, the Phantom 2, or whatever, you know, really tickles your fancy. Okay, this fight's almost done, and most of the time in these fights against a 6-star Profundity, you'll end up getting your ults off regardless. And there we go. Nice easy fight. And now I need to get the next video pulled up, so give me one moment. Okay, so all that first fight was the shortest one. This is going to be the most ideal outcome on how you want the fight to start for you. So as normal, they're always going to go first because of the 20 bonus speed that the Profundity gets flat out. And there we go. They didn't get through. They didn't completely nuke out my Razor Crest, but this is the most ideal starting, just start as a whole. Because ideally, you don't want your Razor Crest to die, and you also want your Houndstooth to not get the Protection Disruption debuff thrown on him. Of course, they get Phantom 2 in first, and then we call in the Bomber. And we, throw some burn and get rid of their buffs. Excuse me. But you always need to go for the Y-Wing first, because it'll always assist, and whenever it assists, most of the time it'll be assisting Outrider and all that stupid stuff, and that always causes issues because the Outrider is the main damage of the team, and you need to get him out of the way fast. The third fight, however, I'm going to show is going to be a bit of a doozy. Now, as for the second reinforcement you call in, you can either call in the Slave one or the Ebon Hawk. I like calling in the Hawk to, throw up the, what is the buff? Chafe. I like having that, but also if you just want to get to the ult faster, you call in the Slave one to do his AoE to get more breaches and target locks thrown out. So it's more a matter of how you want to handle it, but those are the 2 best options after the Bomber. Okay, now for this final 6-star fight. All of these are like pretty short fights as it is. But today, this was the not today. This was my fight from today while I was trying to climb up to first, and it almost goes disastrously. This is not what you want to happen. You don't want your Razor Crest to get that low on health that quickly. You don't want it to die, because if it dies, I don't know how well you'll end up doing. But yeah, I'm already on the back footing this entire fight. Luckily, Houndstooth resists the protection disruption debuff. But yeah, now I'm this is not what I wanted to deal with. Luckily, once you get the bomber out, it's more just game over for them. But I don't know why today I had the most issues against Zambo's Y-Wing, but his Y-Wing just wouldn't die. It was stupid. See, if it hadn't had the protection, it would have died from that AoE from the Executor, but because they keep landing critical hits, it took longer to kill the stupid thing. So now that it's dead, we need to take out the Outrider. However, I shouldn't have called in the Ebon Hawk. I probably should have called in Slave 1 to get the ultimate up faster. I mean, this fight's going to be a little, not much longer. It's not going to be like minutes longer than the others. This is going to be slightly longer than what my other two fights were beforehand. Ghost does its thing, and we actually end up losing the TIE Bomber there. Not the most opportune thing to happen, but we destroyed the Profundity, and now we're going to destroy them. Stupid rebel scum. We're just going to take longer now because, you got the heal off on the Outrider. There goes Phantom 2. Now we really need to kill the Outrider. But I should have called in Slave 1 first instead of the Ebon Hawk. That's on me. But I guess this could be a good example of even though it wasn't a loss, it could have gone topsy-turvy more quickly if I hadn't done things properly. And there we go. Let me get the final video loaded up real quick, and then I'll commentate over that. Okay. Oops, hit the boom arm. For this final fight, this was going up against, I think, the only 7-star Profundity in my entire shard right now. For some mega Kraken dude. Top 20 GP in the entire game. However, his lineup was the most... it was suboptimal, because I don't know why he had the Raven's Claw out on defense, but since there's no Raven's Claw, I'm going to be able to focus down the Outrider and get it out quicker. Because it can't hide behind a tank to, soak up its damage. And there we go. But I'll put the link for that video in the description. So that way, if you don't want to listen to my voice ramble on in the background, you can just watch it and be like, okay. But here, the Y-Wing got called in. We called in the TIE Bomber. And now we need to kill their Y-Wing. Well, their tank, I guess, And ever since this one fight that I was able to record against MG, he hasn't put it on defense again. So, yeah. Not the most pleased about that, but what are you going to do about it? We call in the Ebon Hawk. Is it Ebon or Eben? I don't know. I think it's Ebon. Regardless, there goes his Y-Wing. Now we're going to go for Han. Because Han or Kyle would be the most damage dealing on this team at this point now. Because they didn't call in the Phantom 2. Rolling away from the ult. Basic to kill the Y-Wing. No, Y-Wing. The Falcon, no point in wasting. Special. Here comes the Phantom. Nope, it's Cassian's U-Wing. Yeah, I don't know what exactly this guy was testing, but it didn't really work out for him. And also this footage is several days old now, so regardless of the fact. But yeah, hopefully this short little guide will be beneficial for everybody. Taking out the Profundity with a Executor isn't the hardest thing to do. It's just you need to call in the TIE Bomber first, and then either the Slave One. Well, no. That's not. Let me start that from the top. Once they get done with their AoE crap at the beginning, you need to cleanse the debuffs on the Razor Crest if he didn't die. If he dies, I'm not entirely sure because I haven't had that happen to me yet, but if it does, I'll post a video and I'll probably do a voiceover on how I managed to clean up from that mess. After all that, and after they get in the Phantom 2 or whatever they call them first, you call in the TIE Bomber, throw out the bombs, and then work from there. The second reinforcement should be the Ebon Hawk or the Slave 1, depending on if you want to get the ult done quicker or if you want to get Chafe up to make sure you don't get any debuffs put on you. But yeah, like I said, hopefully this helps some people if you didn't already know how to beat it. But if you did, then I hope you just give the video a like, and yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.